Hey, what's up, dudes? Johnny Beane here. This is Talking Guitars. I did a show earlier on exclusively Van Halen, the Van Halen show on YouTube. More Holy Grail footage dropped today. Check out that video. Link will be at the end of this video. Very interesting stuff, you guys. So check that out. But hey, let's do a show here. Talking Guitars here on what channel is this, Brad?
Yes.
Okay. Get some guitars. Turn around. Here we go. Tell me when. Hey, this is Brad Gillis from Night Ranger, and you're checking out Johnny Beane.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Johnny Beane here. This is Talking Guitars. Here on YouTube, on X. I think we're on Facebook as well. Ron Gunner is here. Ron, how are you doing today, man?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Cool. Very cool, man. Very good.
Getting ready from snow. Well, it rained all day. Now it's supposed to snow tonight.
Oh,
it was 70 yesterday.
Whoa. Crazy, man. All right, let's see. Welcome, you guys, if you guys are brand new. This is a show where we talk guitars, we talk rock music news, you know, all the cool stuff. So let's get into this. First of all, you guys, here on YouTube, we're looking to get to 13K YouTube subscribers. So if you're brand new here, and we have a lot of new people tuning into these shows, you know, consider subscribing to the channel and joining us. We do giveaways. I don't know what we're going to give away. Something today. I'll find something. I've got stuff. I've got some cool sets of guitar picks here. Maybe we'll do some Hard Rock Cafe San Francisco guitar pick set. Factory set. Who's that? Do you know who that is? Factory set.
No idea.
I think his name was Don West, the Shop at Home network. They used to do all these baseball cards. When Beanie Babies became the biggest thing in the world, you had the guys saying, "You gotta get these Beanie Babies. They're amazing." That's what the guy did. Look it up on YouTube. You'll find it. So, okay. All right, you guys, let's say hello to some people here. Actually, what we should do is we should say hello to the top tier of channel members, because here on YouTube, we have channel membership, and the top tier get their names read at the top of every talk show. They are currently Music Therapy Laz, Majestic PB and J Cat, Woody Be Real, Flipper Carlin, CC, Bay Area Rich, Sherman Callahan, Nova 9, Warlag, R Habs, and of course Janice Lala the intern. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being top tier channel members. But thank you all channel members for being channel members here. You get your names in green in the chat, like Bay Area Rich, who's saying hello to Greasy. You got Mike Wood, who's brand new. He was born yesterday. Welcome. Hang on. Welcome to the world. Okay, let's see. Who else? Who else is here? MPN is here. Good to see you, man. We got Louis Villarreal. Louis, you actually won. I think we were giving away these magazines the other day. You won. You were one of the winners. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I sent that out. I think it was yesterday or the day before. So look for that in the mail. We got
Rocky.
we got Raymond who says Canada might turn off electricity in Michigan. That's not good. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see. Rock Daddy is here. Good to see you, man. Good to see all you guys. Lewis, you're welcome, dude. You're welcome, man. I mean, thank you. Thank all you guys for tuning into these shows. You know, and some of these shows, as you guys know, I'm in a brand new studio now. Just amazing area. I never leave this room. I'm always here. I got a guitar workbench over there. Working on a guitar there, as you guys know. And so, you know, I can bring you guys shows anytime, day or night now. I do, you know, so much stuff. And I know tonight was kind of a pop-up show, sort of. I don't know. Who knows? But as long, actually, we actually have a graphic for this. Why don't we do this? Janice, play the graphic that I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. There we go. You can subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification. So what that means is you click the bell and you know, like it gives you the 30-minute warning before we go live. So it's pretty cool. Pretty good stuff. There we go. All right. That's right. Janice is true. Yes. How's the feed looking over on Facebook, Janice? Is it okay? Let us know.
Somebody needs to text Peggy.
Peggy. Is it Rackron? Rackron 88 Guitars? Welcome. Welcome, man. Do you build guitars? Is it Rackron 88? Are you a builder? I've been following a lot of guitar builders over on TikTok, over on Instagram, and so I try to keep up with a lot of the smaller builders. You know, for not just guitars, but for like pedals, amplifiers, all that stuff. So it's very good. Okay, you say you try. Oh, that's cool, man.
There she is.
Very good. Hey, if you do build guitars, feel free to text in photos. 415-952-3263. Would love to see any of your work. And if you try, that counts. That's right. I try. I'm trying. I'm working on a guitar over there. You guys might remember, was it Saturday? Right?
Yes.
Saturday night we built that? Was it? Everything for me, Ron, is just a blur. I can't remember I can't remember 5 minutes ago.
What?
Huh?
We're on a show. Wait, when did this start?
Is it a show? Is that what this is? All right, what I'm going to do for one thing is I'm going to give you guys a link to Saturday night so you can check out that video. Well, dude, that video was like 5 hours.
Yeah.
No wonder I have no memory of it. Shareable link. Here we go. All right, so here's a link to Saturday night, and you don't have to watch all 5 hours. You can scrub through it. You can fast forward. Check out, where is it? There it is. Check it out. I'll show you guys the guitar right here. It's from a company called what is it? Rex? What's the company?
I don't know.
Somebody figure out what the company's called. It's like, what is it? Rich will say it in the chat. He knows it. Worked on this on Saturday, and what happened was one of the screws fell down into the guitar. It's pretty screwed up, is what happened. But we made it a 5-string, and I went to the hardware store today, tried to find another piece for it. We'll find it, and this guitar will be a proper guitar at some point. I mean, look at that. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a kit. sent some photos. Oh, right on, man. Right on. We'll check those out.
Beck's
Let me
gears.
see. Beck's Gears. What'd I say, Rex?
Yeah.
Yeah, Beck's Gears. Oh, thank you, Rich. Thank you, man. So this is a Beck's Gears kit. And very cool looking guitar, headless. So looking forward to getting this fixed and playing the guitar for you guys. Very cool, man. So speaking of kits, don't you have a kit that you're working on right now?
Yes. Hold on, let me switch to it. This is a kit that also came from Rich. I got it yesterday. And I've done a few things. I had to design the headstock. And then I did put sanding sealer over the body. So here it is, and I'll go over to the bench here.
Cool, man. Oh, yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, the headstock, or the body was the same color as the headstock.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so I did the sanding. I sanded it, did the sanding sealer, and then sanded it again. So now there's a little spot here and a little spot right here. Those two. So when I prime it, I'll fill that with auto body spot filler. Prime it down, and then paint it. So, but it's all sealed now. Then here was what the headstock was.
Mm-hmm.
So
It was kind of like a half paddle.
Yeah. So Rich actually, I was designing it with him while I was I was sending pictures and we were talking about, and that's what I ended up with. So where this gold is, I'm going to cut this out to that, so all the blue area will be gone. And then where the gold is, I'm going to take a router and route it down about a quarter or so, not quite half thick, so it'll look like it's three-dimensional. Then this strip will be an accent color.
Mm-hmm.
To what it is. The fretboard, it's like a gray. I like that fretboard a lot. I also marked, I don't know how well you can see it, I got the corners marked. I'm going to grind those off round, because if you look, it's kind
of the lip.
Yeah, it's like right there. Plus it'd be a sharp edge, so I'll round that off. Here's the parts, come with it. And the funny part about this is I looked at this, came in, chrome. I thought, wait a minute. And I got to looking, and I had one in black.
The exact same
yeah,
piece?
This is off of a Washburn, no, not a Dean, a Razorback. It's off a Razorback. So they use the same parts, apparently. And then I have this new bridge in black also that a buddy of mine bought for his guitar, then decided not to use it. So I may go with the black hardware, but here's the best thing. I was debating on colors, okay? So look at this color. Okay, that's called slime green.
Uh-huh.
Then I thought, well, I got a slime green guitar now. So then I got this one, which is called Power Yellow. I don't have a yellow guitar now anymore because I sold the BC Rich or traded it to Dane. But Johnny, here's one that will surprise you, and I think this is the one I'm going to go with. It's called...
Wait.
It's called Good Times. It's called Good Times.
Good Times. Oh my gosh. I was about to say pink.
Well, it's not really.
Yes, it is.
No. It's more purple.
Nah, that's pink.
But I was thinking
In the
that maybe
chat.
a combination of those two.
In the chat, is that color? Is that purple or pink?
It's just called Good Times.
But it's pink. That's not purple, Ron.
Oh, it's I don't know. I kind of like that color though.
Well, there you go.
So
You're starting to like the pink, Ron.
I was thinking maybe a combo of both or just this one. So
Pepto.
yeah, no, it's well, I don't know what the camera's showing. It's darker than that. So, but yeah, so I got to round these off, cut this out, then.
Blurple. What?
Yeah, I got to round these off, cut this out, and then and Rich brought up a good point about the actual point right there. I may round that off. I'm not sure, and then route that where that gold is, route that down some so it gives it a 3-dimensional look. Not going to put a Floyd on it. Going to leave this one a hardtail.
Hang on. Let me push this button.
But yeah, if the whole body would have been like this, that design, I would have stained it like a transparent stain.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's not, it won't. So,
is it two pieces?
Yeah.
It's 2 pieces.
2 pieces.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can see right here. But actually, it's 3-piece.
It's like 3 on the top. There's more on the top, I
Yeah,
think.
right there.
Yeah.
So it was kind of wild. I know why they did it. They put the plug here because it's right there into the hole. Usually on this style, they're up here, and what they do is
We can't see it.
See how they put input jack down here?
Yeah.
Usually they're up here, and then what they do is they'll run a line from there into the pocket for the pickup. Then you'll go from there into the body.
Mm-hmm.
For the input jack, but I've never had one with it down here on the bottom. All the ones I had were up here, so I'll leave that there because it's something different.
There you go.
This will be this good time color.
Good time.
That's what it says. I'm not kidding. Look.
Yeah.
Good times, and it says shake well. It's from
Good times.
Montana.
Dude, you have enough Pepto-Bismol and you're having a great time.
And then the neck, I don't know. I'll probably just oil it. Then but it's actually not bad at all, really. Fret ends on this were surprisingly. I have never had to touch them. They were really good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, other than just round that on, I don't know if you can see my marks, pencil marks on there.
Mm-mm.
Just right on the corners. But anyhow, yeah, I'll round that off. Then I'm thinking of maybe adding a kill switch.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So if I'm leaving hardtail, it's going to be most likely that color, real glossy. I may break out the airbrush and do something on it. Not sure yet. But yeah, so that's this kit from Rich. Rich, thank you very much, sir. And let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In 5 days, 6 days, I'll be with Rich. 5 days. He'll be here Sunday, so that's pretty cool. Let me switch over to the other side. But I do think this this headstock design turned out pretty good. That's something different. I mean, I've never seen one quite like that. Oh well. And the headstock will be the color. Then this will be somewhat. It might even be black, whatever, some kind of accent color there.
Mm-hmm.
There's that. All right, I'll be back.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Right on. See, you guys, we're making progress here. Not only is Ron into pink guitars now, he's also into not putting Floyds on everything.
I don't know if I'm not into that, but let me switch back.
Well, I mean, as long as you're doing something different, You
Yeah.
know? That's what I always. And sorry, I'm having to tweet out the links to what we're watching right now, or this show. I'm tweeting this show out. By the way, if you guys want to help us out, tweet this show out. We're over on Twitter or X, so feel free to share out these videos, these shows, especially when we're live. Because I was live on Twitch doing some video gaming a couple nights ago, and we had like. Is Ian here? Ian, how many people were watching? Had something like 70 people watching the other night.
Cool.
On Twitch. It was pretty cool. I'm like, this is the most people I've ever had over here. It was pretty good. So, let's see. Okay. All right.
So Rich,
see?
thank you for the kit.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Rich. And yeah, Rich sent me. Actually, he didn't send it. I was over at his house Monday, right? I was over there Monday and picked up a couple things. So I'll show you guys a couple things. He loaned me a Strat. Right here, got a Fender Strat with a Vega-Trem. Right here.
There you go.
So been using this, and this I'll do a proper video for this guitar coming up, you guys, because what you do is, he was explaining this to me, is Rich, what model is this again? It says Fender 75 on the back.
Cool.
But
yeah, I need to get Vega-Trem to put on the last kit, the red one.
Dude, I'm telling you, Vega-Trems are you'll throw all your Floyds away when you get a Vega-Trem.
No.
Yes.
No.
Player Plus. Thank you, Rich. Dude, because there's no hassle of a Floyd with a Vega-Trem. None. You don't have to have the locking nut.
But
It's
see,
basically
but to me, that's not a hassle with the Floyd. It's all part of it. But I'm willing to try something different. So,
There you go.
Just like I'm willing to paint that pink. Well,
that's what I was going to say. You need a pink
color.
guitar. You need a pink guitar with a Vega-Trem, which hang on a second though. So I'll explain this today, and then I'll do another video coming up with this. This is the Player Plus. So what you do is you pull the tone knob up, and when it's on the first position, Rich was explaining this for me. When you pull that up, let me think. It's the bridge and the neck together, right?
Oh, cool.
And then when you flip it once to this position, it might be backwards. It's all three, all at once. So that's two tones that you don't get with regular Strats. So very interesting sounds out of this guitar. Thank you again, Bay Area Rich. So I'll be using this, and again, Vega-Trem, which really is, in my opinion, the greatest tremolo out there. I mean, I keep telling you guys this stuff.
I'm a 40-year Floyd man, so it would take nothing short of a miracle to make me want to get rid of 128 Floyd Roses.
Mm-hmm. Dude, when you try one, you'll ditch them. And hey, I love Floyds. I love the Floyd Roses, whatever. But, dude, there's no hassle with that bridge at all. And I know you love the hassle. You deal with that, and that's fine. But if you're out there, if you're playing shows, if you're gigging, I'm telling you, this is cool. This is really cool. So, Vega-Trem. Ooh, that's.
If you don't like it, you can always eat it, I guess.
Devin says, Vega-Trems are awesome, but I've always been a Jackson Floyd guy. Lol. Well,
Devin, there you go.
There you
Look,
go.
Rock Daddy says, Ron without a Floyd is like a piano without a back bumper. Thank you, Rocky.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Michael, what's up, dude? Okay, so you're talking about having a pink guitar and all that.
Happy time guitar.
Happy. Okay, whatever you want to, however you want to think about it.
That's what it says.
Fine.
Happy time.
Yeah, well, it's pink. Okay. All right. This Saturday, I am gonna unbox another Leo James. Leo James, right? I've got it right here. I've had it since Monday. It's hanging out. This box right here. That's another Leo James guitar. And I mean, I'll go ahead and tell you guys. It's pink. But it's like a shell pink. It's a very light pink. So it's not like, actually, your guitar is going to be more pinker than my guitar. Pinker? Your guitar is going to be more pink than mine.
Pinker.
So I don't know how you feel about that. So anyway, so I'll be unboxing this and building this Saturday night over on the workbench. And I haven't decided, maybe you guys, maybe if you're watching this on playback, drop comments down below. Do you want me to build the guitar stock and then customize it? Or do you want me to build, as I'm building it Saturday night, to be customizing it as I go along? Because if you guys have been watching these shows, I've been telling you guys, I've got this other Strat here, and I kept telling you, it's like, yeah, I really, you know, I want the tortoise guard with on a pink guitar. So I'm thinking I'll put this guard on the pink body, and then also put a Vega-Trem on the guitar.
Now, my advice to him, everybody, was, or not my advice, my opinion was to him, go ahead and mod it while you're building it, because you built the gold one, I built the red one, which is over here. They are, you know, pretty much stock. So go ahead and build that one with the mods. That's my opinion. That's what I told him to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but what I had said was, you know, like doing the unboxing, right? And then building it up and then modding it, that we may run into some problems doing that. As you guys know, if you guys remember that other guitar, we definitely had some issues, and it will be fixed. We had a bolt fall into a hole. It was a nightmare, which is still happening, but that's okay. But so this Saturday night, I will unbox the Leo James guitar, build it up, customize it. Maybe we'll see. I mean, it'll be customized eventually anyway, because that's how I want it. I want that guitar fetish loaded pickguard on there, the tortoise. You know, bolt in the hole, Michael. What are you talking about? All right, smash that thumbs up, you guys. Smash that that subscribe. Oh, wait a minute. What is the one you were just holding up? Me? This one?
The blue one?
He's talking about this one.
Oh.
What's this one? This is just a parts guitar that I put together many, many years ago. I think it's a Fender body I got off eBay. Not exactly 100% sure. Guitar fetish, pickguard assembly. I used to teach in-home guitar lessons, and so I used to write on the guitar. And when I got the body off eBay, it was already all scratched up like this. Somebody had done this to it. I didn't do all this. And then it has a Telecaster neck. The nut is way too high, although it's not so bad. I mean, I can play it, but so I don't know. I mean, I may use this neck on the other guitar. We'll see. Although the other guitar has one extra fret, so that might be an issue. This has 20 frets. The other guitar has 21 frets. So that all depends on scale length and getting the intonation correct and all that. So, yeah. There you go. And by the way, is it Racron 88 guitars? You said you had sent in some photos. Let's find those. Let's see. You texted them in? Is this you? Let's see. Let's see. Is this your Kramer?
You said the magic word, Kramer.
Yeah. We love Kramer guitars. Is that your Kramer right there? Very cool. There you go. Yeah, that's one of the Pacers. Pacer series.
Yes, that's his Kramer. He said that.
Very cool. Very cool, man. Yeah, we love the Kramer guitars. We okay, here's more. Let's see. Did you build these? Here.
Cool.
Very cool, man. Did you build these or did you customize these?
I like the acoustic.
Very cool. Very cool, dude. Oh, yeah. Acoustic guitars are awesome. Well, hey, congratulations, man. Very good. Very good, dude. Okay. Let's see. Another thing. If you guys follow me on Twitch, I did actually I've done a couple just like daytime streams where I work on guitars and I play the guitar. I probably have like 4 hours of footage over on Twitch that I've considered uploading over here to YouTube, probably as a YouTube premiere. Probably coming up. Maybe I'll drop one tomorrow. We'll see. But if you guys watch that stuff, I've got an EVH Wolfgang. This one. I'll show you guys this. I was working on this over on Twitch and on Facebook. This is an EVH Wolfgang Special. This is made in Japan. This was a gift from a viewer several years ago. They gifted me the body and the neck. Actually, it was in a box. It was all taken apart, and I built it and put it together. This particular one, if you guys remember years ago, any of you guys that have followed me for years on Facebook, you might remember this guitar fell over and the headstock broke in half. If you guys remember that pup. Now, Edward Van Halen's guitar tech, Tom Weber, messaged me shortly after that and said, hey, send that to me. I'll fix it for you. So he fixed it. This is not the same neck. This is a different one. But I still have the neck, the original neck from this body that Tom repaired. That is actually on another body. And that guitar will be built up at some point very soon. You know, that's a Wolfgang you guys have yet to see. But this particular one, what happened was I had it in the case for probably a few years. And I had put it away because what had happened? Like the fine tuners a couple of them got frozen. I couldn't turn them. So I put the guitar away because it's like, at the time I didn't have, the space. I didn't have the workbench. I didn't have the tools to really work on this stuff. So the other day, I fixed it. I fixed the guitar, and I did this live on Twitch, live on Facebook. And like I said, if you guys want, let me know. Let me know in the live chat here or on playback down below. If you want me to upload that footage to YouTube as a live premiere, I'll do that. Meaning the footage is already, done, but the chat will be live. So I'll be able to hang out with you guys. You guys will be able to talk in the chat, right? But these are amazing guitars right here. These are the ones from Japan. They got the stainless steel frets. What else? This one's stock. This guitar is completely stock. I remember. But if you look at the back, I've got some stickers here. I've got an EVH decal. That's from the NAMM show. What year was that? Would have been the first year I went, like 2013. And a couple other stickers here. This EVH sticker was actually sent in from Van Halen's office. So this was a gift from the Van Halen office. This sticker right here. And then this sticker here, Fancy Pants and the Evil Doers. This was a band. You guys know Chip Ellis, who works for EVH, Jackson, Fender. This was a band that he was in. I saw him. I went to it was like one of those NAMM after shows, like parties. This was, what year was this? It was before the 2015 tour. So it was 2014. I think it was 2014. It was either 2014 or early 2015 before the Van Halen 2015 tour. I went to Fender and everything, and then, well, that was later. But anyway, I went and I saw Chip's band, and that was his band, Fancy Pants and the Evil Doers. They were awesome. Actually, the video was on my channel here on YouTube. If you guys search it, or if you remind me, I'll find it for you guys. Anyway, fixed this up, this thing. I mean, this is like the stuff. This is what people want, you know. This stuff. It's amazing. So easy to play. Amazing stuff. So anyway, so I fixed that up. That's something else that I did. So just busy, you know, busy working on guitars, and most of it I try to do on stream, you know, so you guys get to see that stuff. And yeah, some of it's on Twitch, and I know I keep telling you guys, follow me on Twitch. You'll get more content, and you'll get more just live interaction stuff with us, you know.
Andy said he just saw the review of the Jakey Lee signature Charvel. The white one or the blue one?
How's that? Is that new?
Well, they're not new. They have
Jeffrey. What's up, man?
The white one, and then they have an all blue one. Well, kind of like a faded blue.
Are they new or they're old?
No, they've been his signature guitars for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they came out with a brand new one. The white one. Okay.
Cool. I saw him at the NAMM show one year. Maybe it was when they released that guitar. I don't know. But I remember him at the display with one of the guitars. This was a long time ago. This was probably 2016. So that was like 9 years ago. It was a while ago. It was a long time ago.
Raspberry purple. See, that's what color that is, raspberry.
Uh-huh. J.R. Powell III. Hey, I remember a Kramer Stagemaster Gold Floyd flip-flop raspberry purple finish. Cool stuff, man. Very good. Very good, you guys. Okay. All right, you guys. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up on the video. We got, I see 17 thumbs ups. Smash that thumbs up if you guys dig this stuff. So, we do have some news here that we can get to. We'll kind of recap. Now, this morning, you guys know there's this YouTube channel. It's called is it James Vega? Is the channel?
Yeah.
You know, they uploaded another unseen Van Halen concert. It was a Diver Down, Maryland. It was a day after Roth's birthday, so October 11th, 82, I think was the date. Amazing show. I watched the whole thing earlier. I did a show this morning talking about it, and as you can see from the thumbnail, Edward's playing a pretty interesting black and white striped Kramer guitar. It's the first time we ever saw that guitar on video. I had seen photos of it. If you guys watch the video that I did earlier, and at the end of this video, there'll be on the screen here on YouTube. You'll see that, and you can just click on it. So, anyway, just some amazing stuff coming out, and I want to say, thank you to the guy uploading this stuff. As Van Halen fans, I mean, we're getting all this amazing stuff. Some of it we never knew existed. Some of it we heard about and always wondered about. So very cool stuff. Anyway, so we've got some news here, which I'm gonna try. I mean, we can read this. It's just we're battling the ads on the website because every part of the site has some ad going, and we can't show that. We can't show that stuff on these shows.
There's no Sylvester Stallone ad, is there?
No. Not yet. Actually, there's a Walgreens ad playing right now, and the guy is looking at something. What's he looking at? Now I had saved. I mean, this was an article I thought about doing on exclusively Van Halen just by myself, but I saved it for the next time Ron was on because it is something where we can get Ron's take on this too, because it does. It's kind of like my favorite and your favorite.
Yeah.
So, okay, if I scroll in, we can maybe not see these ads. So let's try to do this. Okay, I got to log back in. CC, hey, what's up, dude?
CC.
Ron, didn't you say you have his guitar done? You were going to show it tonight?
Yeah. No, I got a 5-page text from Laz yesterday about that guitar. So.
Saying what?
What all is going to happen to it now?
Besides all this, besides nonstop yammering.
Made a decision on the finish on it finally, so.
Yeah, good times. CC, you need a pink striped Van Halen guitar. There it is. All right. So, like I said, we're gonna try to show as much of this article as we can. We'd like to keep these ads out of here because we really can't show the ads, because what happens is like Facebook. Anyway, it's just technical stuff. That's right, Peggy. Oh no, pink. Pretty soon, Ron will be sitting here in a pink shirt, pink lights behind him.
No.
Pepto-Bismol all around his mouth. Johnny, you couldn't believe it. I finally got hooked on this stuff. My stomach doesn't hurt anymore.
Let the beard grow here in the front, and then do it instead of red like Dime, do it in pink. Okay. Yeah, CC is saying I need a Vega-Trem so Ron and I can see what all the excitement is about. Dude, they're incredible. Amazing. I mean, look at this. Look at this, man. Where's I got Vega-Trems everywhere here. Okay. Look at this thing. No locking nut. Right? No locking nut. Regular guitar. I mean, this is even, what are these? Like Clouson style? Yeah.
These tuners? So, which are not ideal for a tremolo. They're not. In this case, it works. It works. You know? Stays in tune. It's amazing, man. I mean, I've been talking about these things for a couple years now. Incredible bridges. Just amazing. Like I said, my favorite. Love them. All right. Okay, so like I said, we're going to try to we're going to talk about this regardless. We're going to try to go to the website here. We just don't want to have the ads playing. We might have to scroll in a little more.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
James.
Okay. What does it say? He wasn't that impressed with Randy. Eddie Van Halen thought that Randy Rhoads was copying his playing style, author explains. The live Randy Rhoads solo on the tribute album, where he does a little bit of two-hand tapping. Written by Greg Prato, ultimate guitar writer. There's Edward and Randy right there. And you know what? Wait a minute. Does it say? Is that the photo? I think I know the guy who took the Edward photo here. Photographer. I think I had him on my show actually years ago. I'm thinking that was one of his photos. Okay. Look at that. 101 comments down below on this. All right. So we're going to do some reading here. It's widely agreed that Eddie Van Halen and Randy Rhoads were the two most trailblazing and often copied rock guitarists in the early 80s. In particular, it was the former guitarist's fondness for two-hand tapping and homemade striped guitars at the latter's affection of classical music and pointy guitars. During an interview on Booked on Rock, yours truly, meaning Greg, the guy that wrote this, was interviewed about the book, Bang Your Head, Feel the Noise, The Quiet Riot Story. And I was asked if there was a supposed competition between the two guitarists. After all, they both came up through the local music scenes around Los Angeles area in the 70s as members of Van Halen and Quiet Riot, respectively, before Rhoads jump-started his career with Ozzy Osbourne. Additionally, it's been documented that when Rhoads was a guitar teacher in the late 70s, students would bring him Van Halen guitar bits to, where are we? Dissect and learn. About 2 or 3 years later, there's a famous YouTube clip of Eddie Van Halen talking candidly about Randy Rhoads. And Eddie, I said, transcribed by Ultimate Guitar. Of course, he's speaking, not knowing that this clip was ever going to be released publicly. He just thinks he's speaking to the interviewer on the phone. The interviewer was just going to take quotes out of the magazine article. But he's saying how it sounded like he wasn't that impressed with Randy Rhoads and that he thought Randy was ripping him off. So, okay. So that's the video right there. Check that out, you guys. That's the Booked on Rock show. The clip mentioned was an interview that took place between Van Halen and writer Jazz Obrecht. Oh, my cousin, Jazz. For Guitar Player Magazine, July 30th, 1982, which the Van Halen Archive YouTube channel posted in 2018. And the part that is mentioned above begins at the 40-minute mark, which is included at the end of the article. However, I beg to differ concerning Van Halen's views on Rhoads. I'll be honest, I don't hear any Eddie Van Halen in Randy Rhoads. The only thing I hear is the live Randy Rhoads solo on the Osbourne tribute album, where he does a little bit of two-handed tapping. That's the only comparison. Although Eddie Van Halen is probably one of my favorite guitarists of all time, to the best of my knowledge, he never touched upon classical music on guitar, right? He didn't pursue it as much as Randy Rhoads. Booked on Rock host Eric Senich. Hey, Eric, if you're watching this, we know Eric, who is a major Van Halen fan and also writes for the Van Halen news desk. Then shared his thoughts concerning if there was any classical elements in Van Halen's playing style that were as easily detectable in Rhoads' playing style. Edward had in the early going when he was a kid, he was being taught classical piano. There were elements of that in his style a little bit. But here's something interesting. Kevin DuBrow, I was fortunate enough to interview him. It was a phone interview when he came through Connecticut. And we had him on the radio station, and I was at to promote a show. I think they were touring with Poison. It was a package. It was like a package store. Now I remember asking him, "What do you think Randy would have done if he'd lived?" And he said, "I think he would have done a classical album." He was pretty convinced that that was the case because he said Randy would talk about it a lot. That was his thing. Okay, so that's I'm assuming that's the video with Edward talking to Jazz. Guitar Center. Hey, that guitar's pink. Hey, we talked about those.
Mm-hmm.
The Gretsch guitars.
The Brian
Setzers. Well, that's probably why we're getting this, because we actually talked about that. Okay.
That was it then.
That was it. I'm sure there's tons of comments down here of people talking about Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, what they think. Okay. All right. Well, okay. So like I said, I'd saved this. Don't go anywhere. I had saved this. You look like you're about to get up. Okay. Johnny, I'm out of here.
Ava's laying right there. I don't want to roll the chair on her tail.
What do you think about this?
Oh, well. Sit down, Johnny, and have a coffee. First off, there was no comparison between the two. Most of that was it was like the two biggest kids on the block.
You mean from them themselves or from the public?
Well, from them themselves. Because there's little snippets of audio out there of people who took lessons with Randy on cassette, where they did take some of the 77, the first release, and Randy had to learn it to teach it to the kids. They wanted to learn it, and there's audio out there. And the funny part about it is him playing it sounds exactly like Eddie. It's not like someone learning Eddie. It sounds like Eddie. Yeah, it sounds like Eddie's in the studio playing it. Two, their music is nothing alike. Randy was more classical, so yeah. And his solo on Tribute, even though that came out in '87, was recorded in 81, not '82. He died in March of '82, but he often didn't. That was pretty much the same solo he did in Quiet Riot through the late '70s, because he had made a comment in an interview that he didn't like doing where he was with Ozzy. He didn't like doing the flashy type of solo. He wanted to come up with a solo that when you heard it, you knew it was Randy. That's what he's like. I never had time because we recorded Blizzard, hit the road. 9 months later, recorded Diary, still on the road. So he never had a time to work one out. And his own brother and sister in an interview had said, and also I can't think of her name, Randy's girlfriend, who was actually Kevin DuBrow's girlfriend first, said that David Lee Roth and Eddie Van Halen were often at Quiet Riot shows off the side of the stage watching Randy play. But they said Randy never, ever went to see Eddie play because he wasn't interested in him. He wasn't interested in all the tapping. He was, he said if it was more classical, Randy would have been there to watch. But you also have to understand that pretty much, and even Bob said this on this show, pretty much every city they stopped at for a tour, Randy would grab the phone book. Yes, people, there used to be phone books. And he would find a classical guitar instructor and go take a lesson. So he was that much into classical guitar. And he did it, well, he got it out there, sooner than obviously than Yngwie did. But, and Yngwie did the classical and added the speed to it. So he did his twist on it. But there was never any competition between the two. It's just the fans made it, these are the two biggest guys. They got to hate each other, but the students said Randy never had a problem learning Eddie's stuff to teach it to the students because that's what they wanted to learn. But it's weird though, if you check it out and listen to the clips, it sounds he's just sounding like Eddie. I mean, it's that freaking close. So now Eddie never taught lessons, so no one went to him and said, "Hey, show me, Slick Black Cadillac from Quiet Riot or something like that." But so is a lot of it been exaggerated over the years? Yes, and that's what I used to hate. People went, "Oh, look what all Eddie's did." Well, Eddie got to live 40 some more years than Randy did too. So it's.
But really, they're two totally different.
Yeah, they are
different guitar players. Even though I can understand the comparisons between the two. I mean, look at that. Look at the era of when that was happening. That was the biggest thing ever. Even throughout, for several years, throughout most of the '80s. Until even in the '90s, when grunge, Nirvana came out, it was all about guitar heroes, who's the fastest, who's the best, and that doesn't necessarily mean best songwriter. I think a lot of that, when people think about, a guitar hero who's the best, they think about technically who can play faster, who can do more and all that.
If you look at the younger and I'm saying younger than even you, to them, the best guitar player is whoever plays the fastest. That's it, period. They don't care about technique, style, phrasing. They're not worried. This guy can play a million notes.
But that's all. But you just said two opposite things there.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I said. They're not worried about anything except how fast you can play. If you can play fast, then by God, you're the best. And I just laugh at that because it's like, no, that's not. And believe me, late 70s. That was my way of thinking also. Like I said, Ace is the one that got me wanting to be playing guitar. Then I heard Eddie. Then I heard Randy. Oh, which, you know what? I figured this out too. You kept saying that have I ever seen Van Halen? Have I ever seen Van Halen? I kept thinking, I've never seen them, but I'm thinking like a big arena show. Never have. And the other day, my cousin, when I was in California in 77, when I was 12, 13, she snuck me into the Whiskey in June of 77, and Van Halen, we didn't see the whole show, just like maybe less than half of it. But I did see them at the Whiskey in 77.
No way.
June of 77.
And you forgot that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm thinking all this time, I'm thinking, like the Panama or, 1984, all the big stuff. This was on the stage of the Whiskey.
How could you forget that? That'd have to be the greatest thing you've ever seen.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it was June, so I was there from June 77 to June 78. So I'm pretty sure it was June of 77. Well, April, May. I was there April or May of 77, but I know it was in June that we went. So did they play there in 77 in June?
The Whiskey?
Yeah.
somebody drop a comment below. 77, they were already I think they were already working on the record. So there was a show. They did play New Year's Eve 77 at the Whiskey, didn't they? Holly would know. Hey, Holly. So I think they were playing there then. Yeah. So that's pretty cool, man. I mean,
but see, all this time we're talking,
but you have no
about,
memory
of
of
it.
You just know it,
I mean,
right?
I just know it happened. But I'm thinking like, you know, big stage arena type thing. I've never saw him like that. But I'm thinking, but I know. So yeah, I was 13 years old. My cousin got me in because she knew some of the people that worked there.
Mm-hmm. Let's
Plus,
see.
I looked like I was 20.
Mm-hmm.
Had a beard at 13, so I did.
Holly says, I saw them in 78, but I have no memory of it whatsoever. Because of the partying?
Ask Gemini if Van Halen played the Whiskey in June of 77.
I think they were playing the Whiskey in 77.
Okay.
But that was right before their album came out. And after that, actually, they didn't go back to the Whiskey till 93. They played a special show there. Holly says, yep. There you go.
But yeah, you know,
that's pretty cool.
So I guess you could say I saw them. That would have been that would have been all of the original. So, but again, it wasn't the whole show. It was like towards the end of the show, maybe 4 or 5 songs.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. That's awesome. Okay, so getting back to the Randy Rhoads Van Halen comparison, of course, during that time, and I didn't play the guitar then, so I wasn't into the scene at all. I didn't get into it till several years later, right? But I've dug back and you know, bought magazines, Guitar Players, Guitar Worlds, Circus, Hit Parader, you name it. All these magazines from during that time, where you would have photos of Randy. Actually, I think there actually is a Hit Parader magazine that's Edward and Randy on the cover together. And the whole issue is Edward and Randy. Let me see if I can find a photo of that. I think I might have it, or I sold it. Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, Hit Parader magazine.
I can tell you what exactly date that was. June 10th, 1977. There's a video, 45-minute video.
Of what?
Van Halen at the Whiskey.
From June 10th, 77?
Yeah. Well, it's a video. I don't know if it's the...
It's not a video.
Might just be this music. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was posted November 12th, 2024.
So you think you were at that show?
Well, June of 77, yeah. That's I don't know how many times they played there then, but in June.
Wow, that's cool, man.
And what really sucks is I didn't get to see Quiet Riot.
Mm-hmm. Hit Parader. Yep. Okay, this is from 84, but it's Guitar Gods Special Collector's Edition. I used to have this. Has all these people in there, but look at the two on the front. Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads. So, of course, does anybody really know if they were in competition with each other? Anybody that were in the band? Yeah, anybody in the bands could tell you, oh, yeah, that guy talked about that guy, whatever. But, you know, outside of that, when you got the fans, you know, reading into this stuff, buying the magazines, oh, this guy's better than this guy's better, this guy's better. And then as Van Halen fans, it goes from that to Sammy Hagar and Dave Lee Roth. And then that's never ended to this day.
Yeah.
That'll never end.
Well, actually, Drew, the drummer, the original drummer with Quiet Riot, said in an interview that Randy never worried about watching Eddie or going to see him, or because he didn't he didn't care about competition. I don't know what word he used. But then the guy who was Randy's tech, remember I told you that, the guy you said looked like James Hetfield, he put a Eddie Van Halen photo on Randy's either wah pedal or volume pedal, one of the two. So, who knows?
Wait a minute. Where's mine? I have oh yeah, right here, man. Don't fall. Here's my volume pedal. This must have been my competition at some point. This cat with a balloon. This was mine. This was back when I lived with Desmond Child. When I played on stage, I used to use a volume pedal, and for some reason, I put that sticker on there. Had nothing to do with any of that, but it was just, there you go. Okay. That reminded me of that. What? Cabbage Patch? I don't know. I have no idea what that is. So of course, there. Nobody outside of friends and whatever would really know the real story about any of that. But as far as fans, yeah, there's going to be, hey, this guy's better than this guy, and this is why, whatever. Truth is, they're different players. I mean, I can see how they're the same. I definitely see. I mean, they're definitely in the same genre. I mean, whether Rhoads is more classical than Edward or not, and like from the article from earlier, Ultimate Guitar, Edward did start on classical piano. So Edward was playing classical music early on, and Edward did play. Actually, where was that? Was that on that footage from last week? Maybe some of you guys watching this, you can tell me. Was it the part from Donington where Edward's talking to? Yeah, it is. He's talking to the guy from, is it Slade?
Yeah,
the other band, and he's showing him the 5150. Because he's asking him about his guitar, and he's like, "Is this your guitar?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's falling apart, whatever." And then Edward starts showing him the two-handed, the tray table thing. And I think during that, Edward says that he actually plays more piano than the guitar. He actually says that, and that's something that I had kind of said a long time ago. Like I think Edward played more piano because that really was his main instrument. And then that really developed and came through later on with Jump and all the piano songs. Right? So Edward was into classical early on. Was there classical in his music, in Van Halen music later on? I mean, not like the Randy Rhoads style or Yngwie or any of that. But of course, if you start with that, it's going to develop. I mean, it's going to develop into your own thing. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about Eddie Van Halen. I mean, about anybody. As far as the most unique, one of the most unique guitar players, musicians ever, Edward Van Halen. The style that he created, that was a blend of all these different styles that he was into, and he ended up sounding like himself. He couldn't get away from it. He couldn't get away from that sound. They used to get kicked out of clubs because they had to play cover tunes, and like they would say in interviews that the club owners would come running out and kick him out, like, hey, because they'd be playing their own music, and he couldn't make covers sound like the actual albums of those songs. Everything that he did sounded like him. But, in his case, I mean, that was that was a good thing. So let's see.
Yeah, I just look at it this way. They were both at the top of the hill.
Oh, sure.
Two different styles, same hill. So, but the comparison between the two, there is none, and not because he's so much better. It's just two completely different styles.
Yeah, there's no better. I mean, there's different. And if you want to talk about who's faster and who's whatever, I mean, there's guys that came along later that took things a little further, you know, in different directions, you know, say like this guy right here.
Johnny.
Huh?
Hey, Johnny. I'm over here.
Who's that?
I'm over here. Over here, Johnny. Hey, Johnny. How you doing? This is Steve.
Steve Vai? No way.
And
Steve
Alex.
Steve Vai came along. You know? Steve Vai came along. He's another one where you hear him and you're like, that's Steve Vai because of his style. And yeah, there's a million other players copying that style. I mean, Van Halen is one of the most recognizable as far as other. Anytime anybody starts going like this on a guitar, oh, you're Van Halen. You know, even though there were other people doing that before, maybe not to that extent. Maybe just like somebody just like one thing and then that's it. Van Halen took it to a whole different level, doing all that, then eventually that, you know, had it sitting up like that. All that stuff. But then you know, later on, you had other players taking those styles to different levels.
I think the biggest Eddie clone was Vito. My personal,
because of the
he did a lot of the tapping,
the style.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of that later on too, in the late '80s, right before grunge. You had like the very last part of like '89.
What was that band you showed me that time that sounded like?
Yeah, there's this band called Roxy Blue. The guitar player, who's actually a dentist now, if you watch him, he acts and he's jumping around and he's making the faces just like Van Halen. And this was like 88, 89? You know? Something like that. But no, that's the thing is during the very, very end of the 80s, when you had all these bands and they all looked the same, they all had the same, you know, every song. Where's the guitar? Every band by that point had some sort of a ballad in G. See? Now that could have been any of those bands.
I'm thinking three right now.
There you go. That could have been anything. But then, you know, by that point, it was all the same, and you couldn't tell one from the other. I mean, there were ones that stood out. But by that point, when you had all the guitar players, a lot of them they were just ripping off all these other players from years before. Van Halen, you know, still. But then by that point, you had other bands like Guns N' Roses coming out, and you had Slash, which, by the way, is Bay Area Rich still in here? Bay Area Rich played me a track on Monday I had never heard.
The Obsession Confession?
Are you in here? He played me a track. He was there. You are, man. There you are.
Jazz.
There's this. Is it jazz? There was a CD.
Yeah. Yep.
It was a compilation CD of these different players and stuff, and one of the tracks.
Obsession Confession.
That's the name of the album or the song?
No, that's the name of the song.
Okay. So there's a song. There's speaking of Guns N' Roses, there's a song that Slash did, and it was flamenco, right? It was flamenco guitar.
Yeah, flamenco jazz.
And it sounds nothing like, you would never know it was him.
Yep.
You would never know. And Rich told me he played me the track the other day. He showed me the CD, and Rich was telling me the story, how he heard this on the radio out here in the Bay Area. And they had said who it was, and he couldn't believe it. He went out and he got the CD.
Yeah, they played on Smooth Jazz on Sirius XM all the time. That's when I first heard it years ago.
Years ago? Okay, so maybe it's more well known now. Maybe some diehard Guns N' Roses fans know about it. I had never heard about it. You know? So anyway, is Slash making an instrumental record? I don't know.
Don't know. That song's older.
This was from like 1998 or something. It's Slash. But then, so the thing is, the musicians that are really into their craft, that are really into their instrument, are the ones that they might be in one certain genre, and maybe they get some success in a certain genre, and the public sees them as totally that one thing. But then some of them, like, they go off and they do other things. Like, actually, right now, this friend of mine right here, this guy.
Hi, this is Alex Skolnick, and you're watching Johnny Beane TV.
Alex Skolnick, you guys know him from a band called Testament. Thrash metal, right? Mm-hmm. When I first met Alex, oh my gosh, we're going on 30 years ago. When I first met him, he had already left Testament, and he was teaching guitar lessons in the back of the store where I used to fix electric guitars. And he was doing his own band at the time. Well, actually, he was in a band called, it was called Exhibit A. And he was actually the lead singer of the band. So he was lead singing, playing the guitar. It was interesting. And he had, they had opened up for this band called Mountain at this place called Berkeley Square in Berkeley, California. And you guys know Mountain.
Leslie West.
Their biggest song. How's it go? There you go. I'm playing without a guitar strap. So you guys know them. Anyway, they opened up for them. Skolnick and I were right in front of Leslie as Leslie's playing that song. Skolnick and I are like, yeah, high-fiving, you know. This was 1995 is when this was. It was a long time ago. So anyway, Skolnick, it was around the time when I moved to Florida and I was working with Desmond Child. Skolnick moved to New York from Berkeley, California. He moved to New York, and I think he went back to school. I think he was taking music classes, and that's where he actually met some other I think it was other students in these classes, and they formed a jazz band. And they've been together all these years, and they're called the Alex Skolnick Trio. They're actually on tour right now. I just saw his post on Instagram. They're playing, and it was funny because Skolnick is playing one of those guitars. Let me see. Let me find it real quick. Do you guys remember? Okay, Skolnick. All right, here they are. Do you guys remember? It was several months back that I was talking about these guitars called Powers Electric, because this guy right here started playing them. Ready.
Hi, this is Andy Summers, and you're watching Johnny Beane TV.
Thank you, Andy Summers. He's my favorite, by the way. Just to let you guys know. So anyway, Andy started playing these guitars called Powers Electric. And anyway, so Skolnick puts out, it looks like he's in Germany. and he's doing a tour right now with the Skolnick Trio. Yeah, Proof You're Not a Robot tour is what they're calling it. So it looks like they're playing Germany. They're doing a lot of dates, but it looks like Skolnick is playing one of those guitars now. The Powers Electric. Very cool. It's called like the Model A, I think. There's Skolnick right there, and he's holding the guitar. Very, very cool stuff. I don't know where am I going with this. Oh, so anyway, so you got the players that are really into their instrument, they're really into music, are the ones that play different styles, go on to do as many different things as they can. It's not just one thing, right? So like Skolnick, he playing jazz. So you go from the thrash metal to jazz, you know. You got
if
Slash.
Anybody ever listened to Early Testament, Alex was considered a guitar god.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he has his own like baseball card. I've seen it. Yeah. 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 So anyway, so what I'm saying is that the musicians, whether it's the guitar players, I would think drummers don't have any problems with anybody. I think drummers drummers play all different styles. They're the ones that are most bands.
Adaptable.
Drummers are in the most bands there are. Right?
Oh, speaking of drummers, you know how they had the shred competition at the store my daughter's running?
Mm-hmm.
Now they're doing a drum competition.
Oh, cool. Can I enter with this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, what I'm trying to say though is the musicians that are really into their instruments, and by the way, this is a podcast, so follow us on Spotify. The ones that are really into their craft, it's about, education. It's about education. It's about the music. Never stop learning. I mean, look at that. You got Alex Skolnick. He's in one of the biggest thrash bands, and he went back to school and studied totally different genre of music. How many Van Halen clones would do that? Or Randy clones? What do you think? Were there a lot of Randy clones out there?
No, not really.
Like I can't. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? And hey, Burnt Relic, what's up, man? Good to see you. Randy spoke highly of Leslie West, Lewis says.
Yeah,
That's
he
cool.
did. Yep.
Leslie West became good friends with Van Halen. There was a super awesome video that came out. This was quite a while back. We talked about it on here, of Leslie West and Van Halen jamming.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 2002. And Van Halen, he shows all his guitar picks, all his metal guitar picks. Do you guys remember that? Really cool footage. Yeah. Very cool stuff. How we doing on we got 60 watching right now, you guys. Thank you so much.
Cool.
Thank you for tuning in.
Not bad for a show promoted 30 minutes before it started.
Not even that. 20 minutes. No, it wasn't even, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so what do you guys think in the chat? I mean these debates, they'll never end.
No.
Especially with the internet now. There'll always be oh, this guy's better. Oh, this one's better. It's not even guys now. It's just musicians. Yeah. I mean, just instrumentalists, players. Everybody likes what they like. And I've said this a million times. if you play an instrument, listen to as much stuff as possible. Even if you don't like it, never stop learning. Because I've said this before. You guys know, I mean, I do a Van Halen show because I know Van Halen. I know this stuff. But as a player, as a guitarist, I think it was very unhealthy that I was into Van Halen as much as I was back in the day. Luckily, I got in. Well, I mean, this goes back a number of years now, but I did get into other styles of music and discovered other things and whatever. But there was a time where I just wanted to be Eddie Van Halen, and that was it. And for me personally, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I think like I'm glad I got into the other styles and stuff. And now the last thing I want to do is play Van Halen on guitar. That's the last thing I want to do. You know? I mean, I can do it. And I'll gladly, you know, especially on here. You know, doing these shows, picking up a guitar, doing all this stuff. I mean, this is an excellent medium for that. But as far as going out and I mean, it depends on the situation. You know, if I was to play, well, not if, I mean, when I go out and I play live, you know, if it is that sort of situation, yeah, I'll do some of that, but it's not something that I want to do. But yeah. Let's see. Indy says John 5 almost plays any guitar style also. That's cool. Yeah, that's the thing too. And I think it's looked at a bit differently now than it was when you and I were picking up the instrument. There was no internet. Yeah. So we had MTV, we had magazines.
Well, I was before MTV. I still remember only the 3 channels. And at midnight you got the sound of the flag waving and it was over with.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're in Ohio, Rob.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm kidding.
And Rich will be here in 4 days.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to talk him into moving here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. So, okay, so when you and I, even though we're a generation apart, I mean, we're not the same, but if you go back to when we started, there wasn't like it is now.
No.
Where you just search stuff on YouTube. Oh, I want to learn this. Oh, there's that. And anybody can post a video of playing anything, whatever. Totally different. They'll make 2 people in Ohio. Oh my God.
Well, like I said, it was actually 69 degrees yesterday. Today it was 50 and rain. Tonight into tomorrow snow. So, welcome to Ohio.
Yeah. What am I trying to say? Okay, so these days I think musicians, any player, musician starting off now, they have a whole world of stuff to choose from, to learn from, and it's a totally different thing nowadays. Oh, so that's what I was going to say. Is that people starting up nowadays, it's just different. And it's not like back when we were starting.
Well, I think we talked about this over a year ago, and I was talking about how when I started, it was going back, you know, again, no videos, no MTV. You would pick the needle up, put it back on the record, and learn this solo. And how I heard it, how I played it, may be different from how you heard it, or even where you played it on the neck. So when you were playing cover songs, even though it was the same song, you'd see different local bands playing it different ways. Now everybody goes to YouTube this guy showed me how to do it. Now it to me it took the creativity away. But that's
You mean
that's
now?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it takes creativity away, but it makes things a lot easier, a lot faster.
And the same.
That's why you have like 2-year-olds that can play guitar better than us.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
And are they really better? Well, yes, they are.
They're different.
No, they're better than us, Ron.
I know.
They're way better than us.
Or you'd ruin your cassette tape, rewind it back. You want to get that solo, hit rewind, play, rewind, play.
I know, and
Couldn't do it on 8-track. So 8-track sucked.
Yeah. Yeah. But even the cassettes, I don't think we're ever at like standard speed. So you'd have to tune your guitar a little bit sharp.
Well, to
play along.
Whatever machine you use to play it, you had a Yamaha or a Dual or a Panasonic. They might play it at different speeds.
Right. Well, even the turntables. I remember when this is exactly this is perfect for today. The footage that dropped today, the Diver Down footage that I was talking about. When I first started learning, yes, there was MTV and all that. And I remember learning songs from vinyl, same as you, same type of stuff. Have to tune the guitar up a little, sharper to learn it or
Yep.
I didn't really slow the record down. We didn't have to do that because by that point we had cassette players. We had the Tascam 4-tracks where I could just hit a button and it slows everything down.
Yeah.
So I could, I would do that and learn stuff. So, but as far as today, as far as like ruining creativity of musicians, I don't think it does that at all. If anything, it gives them way more to choose from. More, and they can learn much faster.
Okay,
than we could.
Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. Say whoever say they come out with a new recording of Randy or Eddie, okay, and one guy learns it, and then goes on YouTube, says, "Hey, this is how you play it." Then from that point on, everybody's going to play it that exact way. That's what I'm saying about the improvisation, the creativity. It would be gone because that one guy who showed them, and he may not.
No, because there'll be people that see that and they'll be like, "No, that's wrong. That's not right." Huh? So there isn't a right way and a wrong way, but there is. There is a right way.
The same but different.
But even say, one of my heroes, Andy Summers. That riff, which I think is one of the greatest riffs of all time. Even Andy. Here, I'll show you guys this. That song right there. If you watch from the Police days, he played it like this. And then later on, he plays it like this. So the A, even him himself plays two separate ways. Is either of them right or wrong? No, because he played them both ways. Yeah. So, but if you want to get technical about it, you use your ear, you can hear a difference between the two. Because the way he used to play it, he's playing the A on the E string on the 5th fret, which is fatter, it's technically a bigger string, so it's a fatter sound than the open A. Right?
Well, that's just like the article you read the other day about Ace Frehley and Bruce Cooley. Or no, not Bruce.
Vinnie Vincent.
No, the other guy.
Oh,
the last
The
guy.
ace now.
Yeah. You know, he's playing the solos
In the
and
chat,
different
who's
plates.
Ace Frehley nowadays, you guys? In the chat, who is he?
But in the article, it was like, you know, Ace is like, I played it here, he played
Tommy
it here.
Thayer.
Yeah, there you go. There.
Thank
Tommy
you.
Thayer. That's it. So they were trying to play the same thing, two different places on the neck. So obviously it's going to sound different. So that's what I just didn't like about when the YouTube started showing the instructional, the kids back then. One of them is my nephew, who now is 23. You know, he would pick one person and learn how to play it. And I was like, well, what do you, well, no, that's how he showed me. That's how it goes. Well, what if he showed you wrong? Oh, no, that's it. And that was his attitude. I was like, oh, well.
Well, like I said, there's no right or wrong with how to play a riff, but there really is. But does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. Who cares? As long as you're learning the riffs, as long as you're playing the stuff, as long as you're developing, as long as you're developing and finally playing a pink guitar, then
Magenta.
without a Floyd Rose. See, now, dude, now you're progressing finally, Ron, with the guitar you showed us. Will we ever see you play the guitar? Probably not.
Yeah, well, it'll be here.
It's over there, Johnny. But so the thing is that in music, in education, yeah, is there right or wrong? Well, no, there's not. I mean, even Edward would say himself, you know, there's only 12 notes. Mix them up, play them however you want. If it sound, you know, his professor in college, who actually I know his daughter. I saw her at the NAMM show. She found me. We talked. But he would say, you know, if it sounds good, it is good. So it's all great for debate and talking about this stuff and awareness and all that stuff. Rico B, what's up, man? So it's all good. But the key thing, though, is if you're going to pick up an instrument, just play it. Just learn on it. If you're going to write stuff, just whatever. Just enjoy it, really. You know.
I'm writing a song for Laz for his intro.
Oh, cool. Very cool, man.
Him or her. Oh.
Yeah. Ian says Corey Feldman rocks. Corey Feldman does rock, man. I've got a video with him somewhere. This one?
Hey, it's Corey Feldman. You're watching Johnny Beane TV, I guess.
That one? Or which Corey Feldman are you talking about? That Corey Feldman or this Corey Feldman?
Can I get a shout out?
Yeah, hey, what's up?
My name's Johnny Beane. I do a show called Johnny Beane TV.
All right, Johnny Beane, make it happen, brother.
There you go. I live in Santa Cruz.
Rock and roll, rock
Lost
and roll.
Boys.
Nice.
Awesome.
We'll see you this summer on tour.
Right on. Thank you.
Could you guys hear that?
Did you see the movie where Corey Feldman plays the dead rock star that comes back? I can't think of the name of it.
Ask the chat; they'll tell you.
Chat, do you know that? It was within the last, I'm going to say, I don't know.
10 years.
Yeah.
5 years. Probably recent.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. And okay, I mean we'll take that. You know, there's the video of him, like you heard him in that video. He's like, "Hey, we're opening, was it Slipknot or something? Opened up for some band." And there was that video of him shredding on that Van Halen 5150 series, the purple one. What's it called? I've done videos with the guitar. Anyway, in the chat, which guitar is that? But even a video like that, I mean, yeah, people give him a hard time about it, whatever. He's having fun.
Yeah.
He's playing the guitar. It's like, who cares? And if anybody sees that and gets inspired by that to play their guitar, whatever, then that's it. Right?
Trying to find that movie.
He plays a rock star.
Yeah.
Chris King. What's up, man? Corey Feldman rock star film. Rocker film. Wait.
Yeah, I think
Corey Feldman.
it's on Netflix.
It's called
Start with an S. No.
it's called Rock and Roll High School Forever. Oh, it's from
No.
91.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
That's not it? He's playing a guitar.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
He's playing a Dean. That's not it?
No. No. No, no.
It's called I don't know. Danny Partridge inspired you to play the bass. Hey, I was on a Partridge Family kick for a little bit a few months back. And because I had never seen any of that stuff, like ever. Like I've always known about, the show and Danny Bonaducci and whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of musicians that grew up on that, and that was something that inspired them. So that's cool. Have you seen the funny 80s Howard Stern video of Corey Feldman singing and dancing? No. Nope. Peggy says, loved watching Partridge Family. Yeah, it was a good show. I binge watched some of it for a little bit. That's cool. All right. In the chat, Ron's trying to find it. What was the Corey Feldman movie? Just ask the chat. They'll find it for you. We don't want to. Yeah. Somebody look up the Corey Feldman movie that he's talking about. Oh, giveaway? I think I had said maybe these Hard Rock Cafe San Francisco guitar picks. Maybe we'll do these. What time is it? We usually do a couple.
Splatter.
Hours. Oh, yeah.
It's called Splatter.
I saw that, yeah.
Okay.
We got 64 watching right now, you guys.
Cool.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you want to win these, participate in the chat. And if you want extra ways to win, say something on the YouTube chat, say something on the X chat, say something on the Facebook chat. Okay. Lost Boys. That's where I live.
It's from 2009.
Yeah. One of these days, if you guys want, I'll take you guys to some of the Lost Boys like filming scenes.
That'd be cool.
Filming scenes or filming locations.
Take us to the comic book store.
I know where it is. I've been there. I drive past it all the time, actually. When I go to the Starving Musician?
Yeah.
There's a road. Roads? We don't need roads. There's a road. That store is right around the corner from Starving Musician. That store from the film.
That would be cool.
Yeah. If you win, you can vote for me again. Just kidding. What? You guys know Peggy's going to win. Right? All right. Yeah. How we doing on okay, let's see. We'll go. Well, did we start late? Oh yeah, we started a little late. Because technically it's like 8 till, but I'm seeing 15 till on the actual counter. So we'll do 15 more minutes. A field trip. Yeah, there you go. Field trip.
A field film. A field film. There you go.
There you go. Let's see. Okay. Is there any other news? Like, have you seen anything this week? Guitar news wise or music news wise?
Well, music news, the lead singer for Faster Pussycat's fiance on March 3rd fell overboard on the rock cruise.
Mm-hmm. That came out yesterday, right?
Yeah, they're still trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. Let's see. Okay. Well, hey. Let me find that. The victim is reportedly Kimberly Birch, the 56-year-old fiance of. How do you pronounce his name?
It's his stage name is Tame Me Down.
Tame Me Down.
Yeah.
The frontman of the band Faster Pussycat, Birch's family told Fox News Digital. Okay. Where should we go for this? Okay. Okay, we'll go to this site here.
He's half owner of the Cat House with Ricky Rackman.
Mm-hmm. Blabbermouth. Okay. Family of Faster Pussycat singer Tie Me Down fiance demands answers in her mysterious death. The family of Kimberly Birch, the fiance of Faster Pussycat frontman Tie Me Down, is demanding answers from the musician in connection with her death after going overboard from the Royal Caribbean ship Explorer of the Seas during the first day of the 80s cruise, a nostalgia music cruise featuring such acts as Faster Pussycat, Warrant, Dokken, Firehouse, Squeeze, Adamant, Tiffany, and Men at Work. A search operation involving several ships was conducted after Kimberly Birch went overboard around 11 p.m. on Monday, March 3rd. She fell to her death after a heated argument with Down aboard the ship. According to Kimberly's mother, it is still unclear whether Kimberly jumped or accidentally fell from the ship. But Colonel Birch told TMZ Kimberly wouldn't purposefully hurt herself. Yeah, that's terrible, man. That's an interesting lineup too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're calling it
Tiffany?
the 80s. They're calling it the 80s cruise. So I mean that's definitely 80s music. Faster Pussycat, Warrant, Dokken, Firehouse, Squeeze, Adamant, Tiffany, and Men at Work. Yeah, I think. Yeah, the Squeeze, Adamant, Tiffany, Men at Work. Yeah, that's. I mean, I can see Squeeze, Adamant, and Men at Work all in the same, but yeah, Tiffany. That's. I mean, there's a lot of different genres right there. But then that also shows you what the 80s was.
Yeah.
The genres of music. Like, that's probably the one. Well, I mean, unless you go way back to the very beginning of rock music, and I'm talking like if you go back to the 50s. Well, I mean, everybody wanted to be the Beatles, though. So you had all these bands that were basically ripping each other off. I mean, all that stuff started back then. But the one, unless, well, you can take maybe you could argue that the 60s, from 1960 to 69, was really like, there's such a diverse, everything really went in a different direction by 69. I mean, you go to Woodstock, and well, Woodstock had all kinds of different genres of music. The 70s, you had 70s, rock. And you guys have to remember, I mean, you guys know this. Whenever you have the beginning of a decade, it's always what's left over from the previous decade. So early 70s music, still sounds like late 60s music, sort of. But then by the 70s, you had, the folk music in the beginning. You ended with disco. And then you ended with bands like Van Halen. Totally different.
Before disco.
But the 80s is really where you got a real diverse genres, starting from 1980, going from the disco stuff to new wave.
Yeah, they
Duran
got Flock of
Duran.
Seagulls. Boingo Boingo. Like then you go from that to Guns N' Roses, or I mean, yeah, it was just. It almost goes by year in 80s that it changed.
Oh, sure. Sure. But then when you get to the end of the 80s, that's when everything was just a blur of all the same
everything,
stuff. And that's why grunge was so important for music, because it brought another genre, another style of music.
Yeah, Devo was from Ohio, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Akron or Canton?
Mm-hmm. The Tubes. Yeah, man. I was in a band for a minute with Bill Spooner from the Tubes. We played a bunch of cover tunes.
Oh, Rich, I didn't know that. Badfinger, Joey Mullen, the guitarist, passed away this week.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So anyway, going back to that cruise, I mean, they're calling it the 80s cruise. So, I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So you have, some different stuff. And Adamant puts on a great show, I saw Adamant within the past year. Saw him down in Monterey.
Yeah, it was last, what was it, August?
I don't know. I don't remember. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
His band is 2 drummers. But that was always his thing, though. I never knew that.
CC.
The thing is, CC, I mean, really, if grunge really is my generation of music, I wasn't into it at the time. I was just into Van Halen. See, that's why I was saying earlier how it was really unhealthy that I was so into Van Halen as I was at the time. Luckily, I got out of it. But I'm still in it, though.
I'm out, but I'm in. Yeah.
That's me, Holly. That's my phone going off, so it's saying it's almost dinner time. And yeah, we got a few minutes. Yeah, we'll set up the giveaway tool really quickly here. We got only 35 entries, but we got 66 watching. Okay, so we'll set this up. But the 80s, you really had a lot of difference from 1980 to 1990. Yeah. That's, you can almost count that as even though it's only 10 years, really, it's you think about it now, it really seems more like 20 years or 30 years. And so, see, that's why whenever somebody says, oh, that's so 80s, really the majority of people that talk about something being 80s really goes back to like what I think when somebody says 80s, I think new wave. I think early 80s style stuff. I never think late 80s when somebody says 80s.
See, you know, I had a friend of mine, his daughter said something in the 80s the other day, and she's like, you know, the what was that, the Valley Girl stuff? I mean, that must have been a California thing, because it sure as hell wasn't here in Ohio.
Mm-hmm. Well, Valley Girl, I mean, that's what that means. That's that's a Southern California, somebody that grew up in Southern California.
Well, she was talking about the clothes style and how they
sure
need to bring that back. I'm like, what?
There you go. Yeah, now they're doing all the Valley Girl references. Yeah. The clothes? Oh, they came back already. And the thing is now, everything now is in style. You can play any kind of music. You can play any... Ron, you can play your pink guitar. Anything. And it's fine. Everything is so mixed up with everything now. Like there's no... That's what's kind of weird about now is what's going to be next. Because everything that happened back then is new again. And
the word totally. If you watch the original Halloween movie from what 79?
No, I think it was earlier. It's like 78.
Maybe, yeah, okay.
78.
The blonde-haired girl in it, not Jamie Lee Curtis, the other one, her friend. It's like every other word is totally. I was like, I mean, it was like, you can't go out that movie. I was like, oh my God, stop saying that.
Mm-hmm. Where was that movie filmed?
Well, it was supposed to be Hadleyfield, Illinois, but it was out there somewhere.
Okay.
Because I know they said they had like maple leaves, the autumn maple leaves. They said they had 2 garbage bag fulls. So when you see them in the scenes of that movie, they would have to pick them up, put them back in the bag, and then do the next scene and put them back out again.
Oh, man.
And there's one scene in there where you see a palm tree in the background.
So it's not Illinois.
Yeah.
Pasadena? That's where it was filmed or where it was supposed to be? Gee. Okay. No, if you knew me 20 years ago, Ron, I still kind of talk like that. I say hella all the time. I'm always like, oh, hella this, hella that, you know. Okay. Okay, so, see, now I say okay. Okay. We're going to spin for these San Francisco guitar picks, and then we're going to let you guys go. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. And I do have to get out of here pretty quick, so we'll go ahead and say thank you to our channel members. Thank you guys for your continued support. For these shows, we gave you 2 shows today, and if you want another one, I'll be live on Twitch a little later doing some video gaming, which we'll show you a scene from. So let's go ahead and spin. So this is for guitar picks. Here we go. The winner is...
For those who weren't here before.
The winner is Multi-Relator. Revelator. Multi-Revelator, you're the winner. Text me, 415-952-3263. Text me. These are yours. Ron's building a guitar, which will be hella pink. Good times.
Just good time. Magenta.
Hella good times. Isn't that a song?
I don't know.
Speaking of Valley Girl, isn't there a No Doubt song called Hella Good? Right?
I don't know.
I think there is. It's a good song. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, I talked about more Holy Grail Van Halen footage drop today, and dude, like way, like hella amazing stuff. Like seriously, like. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like this thing, would you?
Like already. All right.
There you go. Raspberry magenta. That's it. Not pink.
There it is. Okay. All right. I got to run. I will see you guys later. Hang out with us. We'll be playing some video games. We're going to end with this. Ron, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
And we will see you guys here on the next episode. But here's a Twitch clip right here. Johnny Beane TV.
I'll bury you, Neil. You must want a black eye. Pendejo. What? Ah!
Oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is getting worse. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh. Exclamation.
TV. Johnny Beane TV.
Johnny Beane TV.
Do you find beans often? Do you have magic beans?
Yeah, that's my name.
Oh, okay.
That's my name.
Oh, cool. Watching Johnny Beane TV.
That was Amaranth. You guys, like way. Well, that's why I say a lot, like way. Hey, click on another video on the screen here and watch the video where I talk about the Van Halen Holy Grail footage. Like, oh my gosh, like amazing, dudes. Like, way.